Hi guys, this is Liliana from Sugarella Sweets. In this video, I'll be showing you how to recreate a Harry Potter cake. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bake a rectangular cake any size that you want, and then you're going to simply cover it with some buttercream or even ganache, and cover that cake using some beige fondant. First, release the air bubbles using your cake smoother, and then you're going to simply use your fingers to mold the fondant onto your cake, making sure to create this kind of shape for all the corners. A little trick that I'm going to have that I will show you later on. Make sure everything is nice and smooth, and then finish off by creating some nice edges using your cake smoother. Rub your smoothers on each side of your corners to create the perfect corners, and then cut the excess of your fondant using your rolling pin. Using brown fondant, you're going to cut a rectangular shape larger than your actual cake, and then you're going to glue that to your cake board using a small amount of water. Water and fondant will create glue. Spread a small amount of buttercream and transfer your cake so that this will create some sort of a glue. What you're looking for exactly is that one corner of your cake will be at the same height as your fondant, and all three other corners have to be a little bit larger than your actual cake. Using your cake modeling tool, create little lines and indentations to your cake. You may also use a toothpick, and don't be shy with this step. Make sure to create lots of them so this will give the illusion of pages once this is painted. Follow the same steps for all three sizes, making sure to leave one side completely untouched. Using brown edible powder, you're going to brush that on the sides of your cake, and this will give the illusion of pages and an antique look to it. Using the same color fondant that you used for your cake, you're going to create a rectangular shape, and this time it has to be not only as large as the base that you have created, but it has to include also one of the largest sides. And the reason why is because this will be the back of the cake. Once you've placed your fondant, brush a small amount of water to make sure that your fondant is into place. Lift the corners to give the illusion of a realistic look. Create a line using the back of your brush. Brush edible brown powder all the way around the edges of your book cover. This will give a nice antique and distressed look to it. Print and cut out the logo and transfer it to your fondant, which I'm using right now like a goldish color, so that it will be much easier once I want to paint it. So simply transfer that to your fondant, and using an X-Acto knife or a really sharp knife, you're going to cut all the way around. Gently remove your paper away, and then simply go over your design by cutting it one more time to make sure everything is nice and crisp. Paint your logo using edible gold. Make sure to read the ingredients so that it is edible. And what I like to do is give it a first coat, let it dry, and then give it a second coat. Even sometimes I give it a third coat so that it just gives a nice sheen, glossy, shiny effect to it. Transfer it to your cake once you have the desired look, and simply glue it with a small amount of water. Use this mold to create your four corners by simply filling the gaps up with yellow or golden fondant. All my material that I've been using for this video will be in the description box if ever you're interested of knowing what I've been using. Transfer the mold into the freezer for a few minutes, and then simply stretch the mold to remove your fondant. Paint all your pieces using edible gold. Make sure that it is edible so that it's not toxic. I prefer to paint my pieces at least twice so that I get a really nice metallic effect. Place your pieces on each corner of your book cover and simply glue them with a little bit of water. Cut two rectangular pieces the height of the back of your book, and then simply paint them using edible gold. Glue your pieces on each corner of your book using a small amount of water. Roll out brown fondant into a sausage shape, and then insert a souvlaki stick right in the middle using a little bit of water. And then you're not going to go all the way through because you're going to insert two more pieces. One will be at least, I would say, 1 inch, and the other one would be 1.5 inches. And you're going to make them quite thicker, as you can see right here. Glue all three pieces together using a small amount of water. Water and fondant will create glue. And then what you're going to do is simply continue rolling onto your surface so that it becomes one piece. And then take a toothpick and create a little distress and creases here and there on your pieces. The more distress you create, the more realistic it's going to look. You can also use an X-Acto knife and create little dots here and there so that it will just give a nice antique look to it. And then I'm using brown edible powder and black edible powder, and I'm going to paint the entire piece so that I give it a nice antique look. Glue your piece on top of your cake using a little bit of buttercream. Create a round shape using gold fondant and then create two little holes on both corners of your ball and then insert a lollipop stick right in the middle. Let it dry at least 24 hours and then you're ready to paint it with edible gold. Create this kind of shape using yellow fondant. You're going to make two pieces, making sure that you have the right and the left wing. Let it dry at least 24 hours before painting it with edible gold, and then put all your pieces together using either edible glue or a little bit of water. And there you go. This is how I create my Harry Potter cake. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want more videos like this, simply subscribe to my channel for free.